Still not live. But I am. Hey. Live. Okay. Got audio. Nice. Let's just share this quickly. Starting our world trip, leaving from Gloucestershire. Leaving the horrible weather behind. Oh, I hate this new autocorrect. It's so much worse than the old one. Right, that's sorted. Let's get back in here. Dokily. Are we going yet? Right, let's put that there. Battery should be alright. Okay. Let's get us in the simulator, and then we are. I have managed to get into the game. I've managed to restart the game because the first time it loaded up there was no sound, and that's why the stream's 20 minutes late. We're doing an around the world trip starting at Gloucestershire. We're going to head over to my hometown. Not that I don't think we're going to see much in this weather, but then we'll get up above the clouds and start heading down to London. So I'm just going to set up our autopilot controls a moment. Gonna want some lights in here for us. 40 seconds. Wrong one. I never know which one it is. It's not that, is it? What controls these like? Oh, it is that one, right? I think. Don't know. Seems to be doing it much. We want our pitot heat on. Pedestal? We don't want that one on, do we? And well, okay, I think that'll do for lights. We can't see what we're doing, so let's put our altitude up to we'll go 5,000 for now, and we'll go up there at 500 feet a minute. Can't click that to do heading, so let's do that separately. Hey Meow, welcome. About there should be good. And is there anything else we've got to do? Set heading. I think that's it. Right, we've got everything on that we need on. I do want my that sets the GPS, and can we get wind on there? Option 3, okay. Nice, right, okay, I think we're ready to go. Let's just check our controls are working. They are indeed. This is JWeb88 requesting clearance to take off. Runway 27. Write my call sign down so I don't forget it. KSP will be returning tonight, by the way. I've got a live stream planned for tonight. Nice. Now I won't forget that. Clear takeoff, runway 27. Okay, let's hit that with some power. Let's get our parking brakes off and we should start rolling. Here we go. Alright, it's full power. Waiting for 55. It's 55, let's rotate. Oh, that was a bit, it's a little bit hefty on the controls there. Nice climb going, nice. And we're going to be wanting to turn east. A little bit high there. Let's bring that down a little bit. We're going to hit our autopilot. Hopefully that is going to be okay. It's a bit temperamental. It's very, very windy. We've got terrible weather in the UK at the moment. This was 2 hours ago, I think. This time, was it 2 o'clock or something like that? Right, flaps up, and we're going to start our turn towards my town. Very, very windy. Hopefully, when we get out of these conditions, it will be smoother above the clouds. But not actually sure today what the cloud base or what the cloud tops are height wise. Oh, I was doing skydive missions last night. Let's make sure we're going in the right direction. Where are we? We are. Oh, hey, this zoom level. Oh, we want to go that way. Okay. Just want to go to there. Nice. Yeah, we're not going to be able to see much of my hometown. JWeb 88 clear to exit the airspace. Bit bumpy. Now there's a plane that I really like in this game, and I've tried to fly it, and the autopilot is so buggy with it. Like, it works, it's just, it keeps doing that in the air like a cheese string, and it's a bit crazy. Gotta say, I really like the rain effects on these windows. I think that looks amazing. The way that's streaming the correct way, that looks really realistic. Can't see too much on the windscreen, but it's a bit, it's not the right lighting conditions. But we're still on our climb, we're still looking good, following that river upwards. It's the River Avon. I've also, little tip as well that I've noticed, that you shouldn't set your barometer, just leave it as it is when you start up, and then you won't get those altimeter problems. Right, so we're right in the clouds now. Oh, there we can see an actual way up there. They do look pretty tall. It's the tiniest little bit of blue sky there. Little gap in them clouds. Right, we are on target. We're going to go over Breeden Hill there. There we go, just a little more that way. And that's us on target. got a nice little bit of visibility now. See stuff. Some strange reflections going on in the windows as well, but unfortunately there doesn't seem to be any car traffic or anything that I can find. Sometimes the cars do show up but they don't move, which is unfortunate. But I really think the atmospheric lighting is a lot better than FS 2020. I really think that it looks way more realistic. Look at that cloud wall up ahead though. I don't know if we'll actually get above it. I don't know. Right. Another turn to the right. Let's take a look outside. We're in the advertising plane today for some reason. It selects a random variation of the aircraft every time you start up, so unless you go in and actually sort the plane out, you don't know which one you're going to get. It's unfortunate because it can sometimes give you an amphibious plane with skids and it will put you on a runway, which is a bit weird. Looks like landing strip lights down there, but there's no runway. It's a bit weird. How far now? We're very close, pretty much coming over it. There it is. And it looks like we've got a nice gap over us as well, so we should have some nice visibility. But we are climbing still, so we're going to be quite high up over. There we go, that's a place called Hampton just there. Very realistic. I've got to say though, the ground textures, it's a real problem with the ground textures loading in very low quality versions of themselves. Like last night I'd noticed that, and then all of a sudden they popped in like as the resolution they're supposed to be, and it was really nice and really crisp. Right, we're going to start our turn now towards London. Just make sure we're heading in the right direction. No way to tell on there, of course, but about there somewhere. Hopefully we can get out above these clouds. I know we can only go to 10,000 feet. We're only at 4.2 now. Because it doesn't look like there's... It looks like they go quite high up. I think that's way above 10,000 feet. Now hopefully that weather clears down by London somewhere. Let's take a look at the next route. Yeah. Seems to clear up but just before we get to London, so that should be okay. Alright, we're going to continue our climb up to 8,000. JWeb 88, clear to cruise to Gatwick. Yeah, I think we'll go for Gatwick. See what that's like. Oh. Nothing's been too frame intensive on me yet. Only like when you first load up, it lags a lot, but then it sorts itself out and it's absolutely fine. Where was I flying last night? Manaus, and that's, you know, pretty dense scenery. Where else was it? Oh, London as well, yeah. And that was absolutely fine, no problems. 60 FPS. But yeah, that's awesome. I couldn't get 60 FPS over London anyway. I tried in FS 2020, so that's really weird to me. JWeb88 clear to enter airspace. I'm so bad with ATC. It's the one thing I've never really done. It's the one thing I've never really messed with, but I want to get used to it. Right, in these heavy clouds now. Don't need that. Can't invert that axis as well. I've tried, you can, there's the option there to invert it, but it's greyed out. So you can't invert it, it's really annoying. Hopefully they change that soon. They made some update last night that actually got me finally playing the game properly. I was having a problem where, say look, I've set up my cameras right for this aircraft, and I've set up the keybinds to be those controls, right, to set the camera and then to load the camera. And every time you load up the game or change plane, say if you just set these cameras up for this plane, every time you change plane you have to set up the whole control scheme for the whole sim all over again, because it seems tied to the particular aircraft. But when I was looking through the menus, it seems that you can, the way you set profiles and stuff is just so unintuitive. It makes no sense. But I think I've finally figured it out. You just, if you want to change planes, you've got to restart the sim, go set your cameras up again, and that's it. Just stay in the same plane. As long as you don't change it, things will be okay. You won't have to rebind anything. But after 6 times rebinding the whole bloody sim, I'm not prepared to do it again. So if that gets wiped or anything, I don't know what I'll do. What do I think of the game so far? Worth the buy. Is it worth the buy? Ordinary Doge, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the channel. I've got slightly mixed feelings with it. I'll say now that I'm playing it on Xbox Game Pass. I haven't actually bought it yet. This week, the next couple of weeks, it depends what they do. I don't think it's worth buying just yet, but I think it will be worth it, absolutely. Early next year, you know, a month or 2 in, I think it will be really good. Will it be better than 2020? It all depends on what you want out of your sim, honestly. I think you can do most things with it you can in 2020, and I think most of the planes are going to work no problem whatsoever, because I've added some third-party planes in already. They need obviously work to make them properly compatible, but they come in and they show up and you can fly them, and you can fly them manually. It's just the autopilots that aren't that great. The volumetric lighting and all that kind of stuff, although I've not got it set to its highest settings or anything, that I think that looks much better, even in lower settings. Looks much better than 2020. There's the streaming aspect of it is what gets me a little bit. It's just all going to depend on if you've got a good internet connection. Good stable internet connection, you should be able to be fine if you've got a good computer. But look at the performance I'm getting on this, right? We're in really heavy clouds here, and I'm running on a 1660 Super. I think that's a 6GB card or a 4GB card. I think it's 6. An i5, 16GB of RAM, and we're at 1080p here. And I'd say we're getting somewhere close to around 40 frames a second-ish, pretty much. It's not a heavy load on it, obviously. We're not over a big city. I'm not using photogrammetry. But this is how I like to play Flight Sim, and this is how I played FS 2020, pretty much. And it's practically the same experience, with the big caveat that the career mode is there in this one, which I think is really good for people that want it. It's as detailed as I would have thought that they would have made it, which is good in my opinion. What do you think the main problems are with it now? Is it just bugs with planes or graphics issues? I'd say, like, this stream was late because I started the game uploaded into a flight and sound hadn't loaded, so there was no aircraft sound. It didn't matter if I restarted the flight or not, it wouldn't work, so I had to restart the sim. It depends on like how long that takes for you to load up the game, but for me it's like 20 minutes, so that, you know, it's a 20-minute wait. And then there's not always the guarantee that it's going to load up the next time, so it might be another 20 minutes. Some things like controller profiles don't seem to load instantly. Sometimes they take 5 minutes, I've found. But if you leave the thing open and just wait for it, eventually it will come. Keybinds are a massive issue for me, but they seem to be pretty much sorted now. I think I've got the hang of it. In fact, I'll do a tutorial video about keybinds because I've seen a couple and they're quite confusing. So for anyone that's just using an Xbox controller and is having trouble like I was, because the UI is so unintuitive, I'll do a video for that. Because that was like my main barrier to playing. You know, I want to set up my keybinds, my custom controls, my camera views and all that sort of stuff, just how I had it in 2020. And that was the main barrier to me playing. Once I could do that, now I'm playing, and it's like, it's fun. I'm having fun. And I'm also travelling in the right direction, which is good. But yeah, we're not going to get above these clouds. I'll go up to 10,000, but we need to pull that back a little bit. Get some more power in there. Leaner mixture. I think I'd honestly say if you've been playing 2020, then I don't think, as long as you can get into the game, you shouldn't have any you shouldn't have notice any real big differences, I don't think. But you know, say I'm saying this today in quite a good mood, and I literally got so frustrated yesterday I shut the game down for so long, just angry at it. You know, it's one of those things. It could be, you know, if it doesn't work, it's going to be really frustrating. If it does work, it's really good. It's really fun. And when I've got a few more hours in the game and I've done a few more things, I'll do a proper review on it. But I think I've not played it quite enough to give my full honest opinion of it. And I'm still a little bit biased because of the problems that I'm having, but so far so good, honestly. Your KSP is still a black screen, really? It's annoying when stuff like that happens. It's really annoying. I know that from yesterday. That's the reason I didn't stream KSP last night. Is this game was frustrating me so much that I just didn't want to do anything on the computer. literally lay down on my bed and listen to the rain, and then they come out with an update for Flight Sim 2024, and I tried it out and stuff actually worked. So I was going to stream last night, but there was still some problems like with the sound. I was playing last night with no sound because I didn't know that if you just restart the sim it might actually work. I couldn't be arsed at that point. Just wanted to do whatever. It's been a black screen for weeks. I'd suggest reinstall it, man. I thought I changed that camera, or maybe I didn't. Right, lovely scenery, isn't it? Where are we now? We're about halfway. Wait, no, am I going the right way? No way to tell because you can't see the orientation that you are. No, I'm not going the right way. Well, kind of am. Let's go that way a bit more. It's silly, you can't see what orientation. Whose idea was that? Where am I? Is that? No, I don't want that. Oh dear. This thing I don't get either. I don't know how to use this. Just get rid of it. Aircraft, no. Okay, let's not use that then. Does V bring up a map? No. M? No. Wait, is that the only map? No. Go. Oh, yes, thank you. Right. Well, how can I center myself back on myself? Oh, this is awful. This is really bad. I don't like that at all. Oh, we're getting some clearing in the clouds. Look at that. Beautiful. Wind spray. Yes. Okay, turn that off. I don't have to go into there every time. Let's turn that on. Is EGLL Gatwick? I can't remember. Forgotten all the codes. Oh, it's lovely. It's cleared up now. Get to see London at least. Oh, those clouds look absolutely epic. There's still exactly the same problem that they had with 2020 though. This pixelation. They said they'd fix that. They clearly haven't at all. So that was a lie. They look better from a distance, but from closer up, it's still exactly the same. Let's just zoom in a little bit on those edges. Yeah, still. I think it's maybe a little bit better than it was in 2020, but it definitely still happens. It's weird because I've never seen that in volumetric clouds in any game before. I'm sure they probably do it in other games, but I've never seen it. Right, shall we start getting a descent on? I could actually put the bloody... We'll go to EGLL. E... G... EGR, is it okay? Let's see. It's going to be one of them. Oh, London City. Yeah, let's go London City. activate that. And I've forgotten how to do that now. What is it? Nav, isn't it? We're on GPS, yeah, so hit nav, that should turn us. Oh, I haven't done that in ages. Second nature now, isn't it? Like when you get used to using that computer, just pop it in. Oh, I've just noticed that there's a little SD card in there, and there's another slot for one there. That's cool. These cockpits seem more detailed. I mean, you can open the door now, which I don't think you could actually do in the last one, right? I think. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I can't remember opening the door, because I remember getting the Kodiak Payware aircraft and thinking, wow, you can open the door, that's really cool. How far away is that? 43 miles, so we don't want to start descending yet. Okay. Let's go into the drone cam. And why isn't the controls working now in the drone cam? This is the thing I've done the most on this game, honestly. Come into this controls panel practically every 2 minutes to set something up. And I'll tell you one thing that I would really love to have the option to do in here is clear all bindings from everything and just set your own up, because I literally only need the buttons on my controller, the numpad keys, the arrow keys, and a couple of the actual keys on my keyboard. That's all I need to fly, and yet you can't do that. Right, that's what I saved last night, so why didn't that work then? It's camera, drone camera, and zoom in and out. Yeah, it's changed back. See, it doesn't save your actual binds. Half the time you have to come back and change them. So this was increasing in, and that was out. No, it cancels the scan. Okay, I think that should be happy with that. And now that should zoom. There we go. Nice cinematic shot there. Why does my stream always do that? It goes right to the beginning sometimes, just random. Right, we're supposed to be going up to 8,000 feet. It hasn't done that. Maybe I forgot to do that. I probably did, to be honest. We'll keep climbing, I suppose. Let's try and get above this little layer in front of us. Those clouds do look so good. The lighting looks real. Like, you could take a picture of that, blur this cabin out in the foreground, and you wouldn't notice the difference between real life. It's that good. I've seen some cool things as well, like the lighting at different times of day when the cloud layers and stuff like that looks brilliant. Like you get sunset, looks so good. That's going to be my favourite time to fly, morning and sunset. Like, and these clouds, it even said the same in 2020. This is what gives you the sense of being up high. having the actual volumetric clouds here, it makes you feel like you're actually up in the air, even without VR. And I've heard people who play it with VR say that that's the thing. You look down at the clouds and you feel like you could just reach out and put your hand through them. That is a big wall of clouds right there, isn't it? Might have to go around that. In fact, we will go around that because that's the way we're going to want to take our entry pattern. So let's go that way. It's following the GPS, isn't it? I do forget that. Let's fly head in. Start that. Alright. There's clouds. This is insane. So I think, right, did they not show a picture of a tornado? So like, are there actually tornadoes in the game now? Like, could we actually go storm chasing on the ground in a car and chase a tornado across the Midwest? Because that would be so epic. Like, people are going to be playing this game like no longer just about flying, or even driving a car like it was for some people in 2020. You're going to be able to do so much on this now. The walking aspect of it is just really cool. We could go on camping trips, you know, we could go on hikes, we can go on wildlife spotting adventures, or, you know, I guarantee you somebody's going to come up with a mod where you can actually, you know, get a tent out and survive and have you know, a survival game. Someone will add that to it, I guarantee you, at some point, because it's there now. There's so much more there now. I haven't actually got out and walked around yet. That's one thing I want to do. Take a bus trip to I did a bus trip yesterday quickly to North Sentinel Island. I was going to land on the beach and go walk around in the forest, but I crashed, so I didn't go back. Right, nearly at 10,000 feet. There we go. Cool, we got down all the way to 50. Wait, we're going to crash. Oh my god, what's going on? You better drop us down a bit, mate. Yeah, there we go. Right, we are at our ceiling, so we're starting to speed back a bit. Speed back up a bit. There we go. We nearly crashed. It's lucky I was looking at that then. Yeah, I don't like this either. When I switch over to the camera controls, it's going to put us back in the cockpit with a bit of lag. We need to go back out and lag. This is a lesson they should have learned. This slider, these sliders, way too sensitive. We've got all this space. Let us drag these windows out and scale these so we can be really precise about our speed and rotation and stuff like that. It's like, never get it consistent. Never get the same one twice. You spend ages doing it. That lighting is, you know, spot on, isn't it? It's absolutely spot on. It looks the same on my stream, on my screen. It looks beautiful. It just looks absolutely right, like. That cloud there looks epic. They're like thunder clouds. Alright, let's have a look how far away we are now. 31 miles. And we want to go back down that way a little bit. Looks like we've missed out that weather there. Just about. Somewhere just about there, isn't it? A little bit more. We'll scrape the edge of that cloud, it'll be fine. Then we'll see if there's actually any turbulence, because all the clouds I've flown through so far, not actually felt any turbulence in the clouds whatsoever. In fact, they're going through the clouds is really smooth, and it's not what I've seen in the advertising material. Whether that's just something that's not working. Oh, I've got to stretch. Should talk about what's coming up on KSP later, shouldn't I? What have I got planned? We're sending up some solar arrays tonight, and any new subscribers can also go up and get on the space station. I think I'm going to bring some people back down. We've got Leonardino. He wanted to come back to Earth, and he wants to go on an interstellar trip to out to somewhere in the universe. I think I'm going to try and have a practice shot with him at Mars, and see if we can get him somewhere near Mars, or like, we'll know when we do that well, what we've got to do basically. So I'm going to make him his own little interplanetary sort of capsule thing. It's going to be really tiny as well. It's going to be absolutely small. So it's basically just his head. I think that'll be cool. And then solar rays, taking people back and shooting him off to space. And then I think what else do I want to do? I want to land on an asteroid, so I'm going to look into that after this stream and see how possible that will be as well. How long will it take you to fly around the world? Do you have to refuel? I will have to refuel. To fly around the world is going to probably take us a year, I think. A year of live streams going at this pace. I'm not going to do it all in this plane though. I've got a plane. I'm just waiting for the company to update it for 2024, the Kodiak, and then that's a lot faster. We'll do some of it in some jets as well. You know, we'll go real high up and take a look from up there. It'll take quite a while, I think. I've only gone, I don't know how many miles today. Probably about 70 or 80 miles this flight, and it's taken, since the start of the stream, however long ago that was, like 50 minutes or something. It'll take quite a while, and we will have to refuel a lot of times. Yeah, we'll have to. What time is it now? 10 to 5. I think we'll head down to. We're going to London City Airport. We'll refuel there. I have to look into how that works. And then we'll head off and we'll go over the coast and probably land in Calais, somewhere like that. That will be today's trip. And we'll have a little walk around the French coast or something, I think, if we can. Because I want to test that out, actually getting out the plane and walking around. That seems fun. Yeah, the idea of doing like a bus trip, you know, where you could just go and land somewhere on a field and then walk about. I'm telling you, someone's going to come up with a mod to do that. To have you camp. You probably have a mod to make the animals attack you or something. You have like bear spray mods, things like that. Oh man. Imagine the role playing with multiplayer on the multiplayer servers. My days. Epic. I'm sure it's all gonna come. Right, 20 miles. I'll start our descent down to 5,000 for now. Let's come down at 600. And let's pull some throttle out there. And a little bit leaner on that fuel for a second. There we go, that's looking good. Coming through them clouds, it feels now like you're going through clouds, but yeah, hey, I'm seeing a bit of turbulence here, you know, that's quite realistic. Squeaky mouse. I've finished my cup of tea, need another drink. Oh. Is that icing on the windows, or is that just reflection? Scratches and stuff. I think it's just scratches, right? Pretty sure I turned icing off. Right, so looking at that next ride, getting some nice turbulence in these clouds actually. That's really good. We're not going to be... yeah, we're on a good line, we're on a good line. Doesn't look like it, we are. This thing needs some orientation. A little arrow at the top, that would be fine. But put it back to a camera, to a plane, how it used to be. Like it is over on this thing. Real thick cloud. I thought there would have been more turbulence in this cloud. So, let's run off. If you look out of the left window, you will see the clouds, and out of the right window. Looking forwards, we can see the clouds, and if we look behind us, oh, I changed the key. Oh no, look behind us, we can see the clouds, and this geezer. Don't touch anything, mate. We could die. Getting very bumpy now, that's what I'd like to see. Right. now? 13 miles. Let's grab our controls. Oh, sugar. It's okay. Gonna get a bit of a clearing through that layer. I'm gonna want to go that way a little bit more. I want to change that refresh rate because that's doing my head in. No, 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 no. Oh. What's it under? Global. Glass refresh rate, right. Glass cockpit refresh rate. Let's put it on medium and see what that does. That's better. It's making the whole game feel laggy. Right, we're going to need to come down much faster than this, so let's kill that speed, kill that throttle. I'm going to come down at 1,000. And when we can, we're going to put our flaps out very high at the moment. No visual signs yet. And we're going to want to bring that down to 2,000 at least. Start turning a bit more. And hopefully the weather's not going to be too bad just here. Says it should be okay. So we're almost ready to turn, aren't we? But I can't see anything. Oh, I don't know if we're going to make this. We might have to go around. Still very fast. Let's get some flaps out. Let's just slow us down a little bit. There's the airport. I can see it right there. Turning towards that a little bit. We could do with descending a bit faster. Still can't see anything. Coming right onto the ILS line there. I wish this zoom would make its mind up about which way it wants to go. Sometimes you scroll out and it goes in, and then you scroll in and it goes out. Very strange. Well, I thought at least we're going to be above these buildings. Still can't see nothing. Bring that down to at least 1,000. We're going to come down a bit quicker as well since we're quite slow. Might have to do the go around though. Wind is pushing us that way, so let's go more that way. Wind is saying 62 knots. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this or not. 62 knots is bloody crazy. Right? Is that correct? Got a lot of turbulence. We'll just start to see the ground. Just. There's no visibility here at all. Sounds like we're getting some hail on the thing here. The weather said it wasn't going to be this bad. It literally says it's green over here. It's not showing up. Yeah, green. No, we're too high. Let's do a circle. Oh, we can see stuff though. See, that's your threshold there. Yeah, far too high. Right, so it hold us at 1,500. Do a turn around here, and we're going to want to descend a little bit slower. Perhaps. Okay, stay like that then. Very nice turbulence coming through here, that's really cool. Visibility just looks like real life. It's so accurate. Very happy with that. We lost power there, nearly crashing, nearly stalling. Let's just go full power. That's not. Put our fuel mixture up as well. Right, it says we're climbing. It shouldn't be climbing. It should just be level. Let's bring us down now. Okay. It's very different flight dynamics to. And it flies very differently to 2020. It's definitely not the same. Go back that way. Turbulence looks a lot more realistic, I think. And, you know, look at the performance. This is London. This is London, and it's performing like better than 2020 did on my computer. Same computer, same mid-range computer from 5 years ago. I would say the ground textures look a lot sharper today. Hey, we got moving cars there too. Hey, I've never seen that before. They've never moved. So now that's working. It just seems like some features are like they have to wait to be streamed in. It's like moving cars. But they were all still when I started this flight. And now they're moving. That's awesome. Heading back down to the river. Right, now let's go down to... Oh, don't trust it. Go that way. It's down to 1,000 feet. Down on the power a little bit. Might get better visibility down there. So these random, like, it looks like flashing lights, but I think it's supposed to be the little light reflections off raindrops on the window. But I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but it's so weird. So yeah, because it happens on both sides. It's like, what is it? Right, there's Canary Wharf. That looks really good. Looks mint in the fog and stuff. And those textures popping in. Alright, we're nearly ready to try this again. See the runway. Start our turn that way. Again, no photogrammetry on. I haven't actually even tried that yet because it wasn't very good with 2020, so... On 1,000, that's right. Let's slow down a little bit. Already got our flaps out? We have. Let's view that city there. It just looks like there's like paparazzi all over the city. It's weird. Some little additions that would work in cities would be like, you know, little flashing lights for emergency services. Emergency service cars with flashing lights. You know, seeing something like that from up here, you're like, oh, that would be such a cool little detail. I'll have to see if anybody can mod that. Alright, let's turn, because I left that far too late. Looking at bloody beautiful scenery. Oh, this looks so good. This isn't even photogrammetry. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to turn that autopilot off because I'm messing that up now. Let's lose some more speed. And wow, that wind is crazy. I'm going to have to really crab this, ain't I? Let's have a look. That is insane. We were really crabbing this one. Oh, visibility just got a lot better there. Alright, I'm going to kill that power because we're in a massive crosswind, yet we're just getting so much speed. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Massive crosswind. So high. I'm just going to drop it a little bit. Let's see if that helps us. I'm not touching the rudders. Now I am. I have no power, look, and we're going along at 92. I don't think there's any... Oh, there is power in there, sorry. That's my mistake. I thought I dropped it all. Here we go then. Let's hope that crosswind dies before we actually land. I hit this threshold. Very long, too low. Oh my god. That was a big kick there. But it seems to... Well, there's the threshold lag from 2020. And, a little bounce. Not the best landing in the world. Just put the brakes on. Oh. Apparently A and LB is doing something. See, every single function of this game is mapped on the controller, and that is stupid to me. Mapped on the Xbox controller. It doesn't... You can press some weird random combination of buttons and it'll do something, and you're like, oh, what's it done? And you have to try and remember what you've done, what you pressed, search it in the controls, and then unbind it, and then get really confused. Right, let's just down there. This is the lowest my frame rates have been, I think. London City Airport. Let's exit the runway on this side. It says we can't, but we are. And I have no idea where the fuel is. We're just going to go down here, possibly. Is that water there? No. Wait, where's the airport? I always thought that... What? Is it all the way down there? I don't think it was that far away. I thought it was up this end. Very strange. Oh, a taxi down here. This is just look like the airport. It's my stream. Are we going back to the beginning? Breaking speed limit there. Well, I can't see any aircraft. Oh, there it is. It hadn't loaded into reality yet. Yeah, well, I'm going to get out and have a look around. I can see an engine floating. Oh my god, what has happened? There's been a disaster. There has been an absolute disaster. There's no fire. Seems good. Oh dear. I should have my taxi light on. Really? That's not good news for those people. They're going to be delayed. Damn. Oh well. At least we got home safely. Well, to our destination. Just going to get out and have a walk around in the rain. Parking brake it on. Let's have a look at the door. Is that all we do? Is open the door? Yeah. Ah, right. Ah, now I'm outside. I can't believe the frame rate's like, I know this isn't big scenery or anything, but that is crazy. Yeah, can you imagine? Just like stand under the wing because it's dry. And you're in like a rainforest or something. Oh man. It's going to be so good. Can you die if you get hit by the propellers? No. That should be a thing. Teach safety. Oh, that is so cool. Right. Any idea where the refuel is? I don't. Let's get back in there. It's just... Oh. Let's get back in. And do we have the payload stuff on here? No. Why is that doing that? So there's no... Basic controls, weather, EFB, camera communication, active pause. Is it in this thing? See, my UI won't stay on. It just keeps flickering. Ah, you can refuel through that. I got you. But how do you do it? Trip fuel, £51. Taxi. So you can change those. But you, oh, you got stopwatch. Save charts. But I can't seem to actually like refuel. Don't know how you would do that then. That's not an option. Can't move that, you can't select it like you can in these to put a number in. Flight plan, flight details, payload. Is there any cargo, passengers? What happens if I put 2 passengers in here? So, do they actually show up in the... That's rubbish. That's a bit crap. So, no, they don't do that. That's terrible. Come on, guys. Yeah, I don't know how you actually would then refuel. I'd have to look into that. Miko, hey! Welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. So how much fuel have I got? I don't know what to do. There's no option to actually refuel or anything, is there? Why did that just change to 22? That should be 5. 5, and I wanted passengers. I wanted 2 passengers. Well, I'll take it. I didn't actually take note of how much fuel we'd gone through there. So if we take off and then we've got no fuel, I'll just put it on unlimited, honestly. Alright, let's go back to the runway. Is it worth buying now? Get it on Xbox Game Pass if you can and see for yourself, because I think everybody's different. I'm okay at the moment, my needs are sort of satisfied, but I know that some others won't be, and there's still some bugs that are really doing my head in from time to time. So don't actually buy the game until they've fixed the game and all the bugs are worked out. That's always my advice on any game. Don't buy it until they've fixed it. But play it, absolutely. I think you could probably still have fun with it. Be prepared for possible frustration though with bugs, because there's bugs, and there's silly decisions have been made in some places, but hopefully that'll get worked out. Right, let's pretend that we just refueled then. And let's see if France has any better weather. Stop that there. No traffic, so we don't have to worry about parking there for a sec. We'll get us up to, we'll go 5 for now. No, 5. Thank you. It's 500. Heading, that's almost correct. 94. And that is all we need there. That's excellent advice to test on Xbox Game Pass. Always do that if you can. If it's on Xbox Game Pass, that's so much more worth it, I think, because you don't just get that game. You can have a look at some others as well if you want to. If you're disappointed with it, it's like, oh, you can try something else as well. And there's pretty good stuff on there at the moment. Yeah, the other thing I'd say is I'm also glad that I didn't upgrade my computer, because I didn't need to at all. You know, they're saying I'm way under minimum spec, but hey, look at me guys, I'm like playing, this is acceptable, right? I'm even streaming on my computer, which is losing me like 10 frames a second, and that's fine. Detail looks great, it looks amazing, it looks better than 2020. So I think it's awesome. Right, let's get going. Full speed. Do we have flaps out? We do now. Let's get off those brakes. I'll tell you, there is one annoying thing that is, I've said it a couple of times on this stream, but I don't know who's listening where. So when you set up your keybinds and your controls for the sim, and for your plane, when you switch planes, you have to do it all over again, or it won't remember your binds. And then sometimes when you load up the game, it doesn't remember those settings. It can be quite annoying. There's some weird graphical glitches. I mean, I can look past these sorts of things for now. Let's hope that autopilot works. Come on, pull us up. That's it. Good, lad. And we're going to want to be going that way. I cannot speak today for doo-doo. Oh, that's a slow climb, isn't it? Let's have a look. It's so windy down here. What's the wind? 25 knots. Oh, it's a lot windier up there, to be honest. Well, looks like we've got some clearing over there, so let's head for that. Let's see where we are on the general scheme of things. In a lot of turbulence. Yeah, we're going the right direction. That's good. Yeah, turbulence is crazy. Oh, we have. I'll put the flaps up. And went full power. Don't know why we weren't on full power then. Lots of turbulence. Which GPU do you have? I have a GTX 1660 Super, and I think it's 6 gigabytes. I think it's either 4 or 6. I can't remember right now. But it's not a great GPU. But I mean, you can see the performance. And my CPU is an i5, and not a new i5 either. So you can see the performance for yourself, and take 10 frames off because I'm streaming. It's absolutely decent. This is in medium settings for the most part. Most things are in medium. Just check we're not going to fly into any buildings or anything. No. Okay, good. That detail, it looks amazing, and it's on like what I would consider just barely acceptable levels of detail, and I think it looks brilliant. Not photogrammetry, it's all just autogen, stock autogen even. Alright, getting back up into the clouds. So what I really want to do right now is switch my plane and get into the jet fighter. Is it the Hornet, and fly around. But I know if I load into that plane, none of the cameras are going to work. I'd have to restart the whole game, load into that plane first, then the cameras work. But if you switch planes, they all stop. And you can't rebind either. It won't let you rebind new cameras. Even if you go through, delete everything, reset them up, it still won't do it. So there's some bugs. There are some bugs. I will say, obviously I said earlier, but I'll say it again, the career mode is pretty good. If you used to play with something like, what was it called? Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. What was it called? It was some career add-on. It was the free one. Can't remember the name now. But if you played with that or any other of the career add-on mods, you're going to be happy with this career add-on, because it is literally a carbon copy of all of them mixed into one. So far, from what I've seen, I haven't gone into it in massive detail yet, but it looks more fleshed out than I would have expected, so I'm happy with that. I guess it might become a little bit repetitive, maybe, but then I suppose there's probably going to be mods that add new things in, so that's going to be exciting. Right, we're not actually going anywhere, so I'm just going to do a quick test of like how the stuff handles, because I've got all the realism controls set on. So I'm just going to drop the power and dive at the ground. Just see what these frames do if when I'm really testing it like I shouldn't be. I mean, I'll move. That looks good. I mean, it's terrible. Oh, I've died. What? We've been reincarnated. That is optional. No, optimal. See, I can't speak today at all. Let's crash into one of these things. So if I crash, it just puts you back in the air. You don't have to go and... What? Can't you like... Can't you make the wings fall off like it did in... What was it? Like 1993, and it was Flight Unlimited. And you could crash a plane and the wings would fall off. It's gonna... Go on, launch us up in the air. Boom! Oh, I didn't touch it. Oh, that's no good. Right, let's see where we can we land in there? Let's get the flaps out. Let's try and emergency land. So much turbulence. This is horrible. Horrible to fly in. Is that a field? You want a bit more power. Oh, God, that turbulence is so terrible. A little less power. Yeah. Just wait. Just wait. No. Ah, never mind. That's what I wanted. Yes. Don't put me back in the air. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, we have malfunctions when we broke stuff. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Wow. Apart from that bit, can we get out of the? Can we get out of the plane now? That would be so funny. Let's get out, like. For real, yeah. Nice. Well, there's your problem. She's upside down, but I like this. How do? Oh, we run, yeah. Can we jump? And crouch. Doesn't seem like there's a jump button. Space? No. Because I want to climb up it. Ah, no, go on. I can hear police sirens. Zepto Ian's back. Welcome, dude. Good morning. It's 9:32 AM over there. Wow, it's 5:32 here in the afternoon. Yeah, as you can see, I've just crashed the plane. We nearly made that field though. How far away were we? I bet I could run there. Yeah, it's just right there. We're not far. We're still alive. Mission complete. I don't know about these houses though. But it does look just like any like standard English house, to be fair. The trees I'm a lot happier with. Look at these trees, look, they're actually there. They're not just some semi-transparent entity that sometimes did and sometimes didn't exist. It's a bit dark. Well, I'm happy with that though. I'll definitely keep these streams coming up. We'll take off next time from where we just landed, London City. Not take off from here. But their next flight will be London City to Calais. So in 2 flights we'll already be in a different country. For everybody that's waiting for KSP, that is coming up tonight. Stream will be at the usual time, 1 AM UK time, which I think is like 7, 8, 9 US, depending on wherever you are. I hope you've all enjoyed today's flight, and I hope everybody survived. I had a really weird dream. An old friend of mine that I haven't talked to since I was like 6, 7. That's strange, isn't it, when people from all that time ago get back in touch with you. Do you notice how I've had 2 days off and I am so rusty on the chat? So rusty. Then I woke up and went to my backyard. I'll stay for the story. Very wet and the moon was out and there were a lot of clouds. What is toggle EFP? What's that? What I'll be in that. Oh, that's the EFP. Story ends with me going inside and turning on the stream at the end. That's awesome. Oh, what did I dream about last night? I can't remember now. I usually dream about being in an abandoned building of some kind. I always dream about that. Like, it's usually a mix between a hospital and a hotel as well. It's like a recurring dream, and I'm running through it, and I'm like, oh, am I ill, or am I just in a hotel? I don't know. And I wake up like, what the fuck? All right, Zeptonian. I hope this is Zeptonian. I got to get through the stream without saying your name wrong once. I hope to see you in the stream later tonight. We'll be getting on with our space station missions. And I hope everybody has a good day. It's not too wet and windy for everyone in the UK. And yeah, all right. I'll see you all tonight, same time.